Welcome to King Size Conversations, MODEX 2026. I'm here with Scott Brown with Nord Drive Systems. Scott,
Yes.
Welcome.
Right. Hey,
Thanks for coming to the booth here.
Hey, I appreciate it. This is wonderful, guys.
So, Scott, your role in the company Nord Drive Systems, you want to talk about it just a little bit to
Yeah.
kind of let our audience know a little bit about you and the company?
Yep, absolutely. So, everybody, my name is Scott Brown, and yes, I represent Nord Drive Systems. My role is I oversee the entire intralogistics program for Nord USA.
Sure.
So when people say, Scott, intralogistics, what do you really do? A lot of people think, okay, it's post and parcel. Okay. So I've got post and parcel, material handling, distribution, warehouse, fashion, retail that all fall under my umbrella. If you really look deeper into it, I also have automotive and all these little other areas that pop up.
A lot of tentacles.
A lot of tentacles, yes. Yeah. So really the driving force, at least out of Nord, that is very important for us is the post and parcel industry and the material handling side and distribution and warehouse. I sit actually down in Greenville, South Carolina, but our company itself is corporate headquarters up in Waunakee, Wisconsin. We are a German company that was founded back in 1965.
Okay.
And so we have had a nice long breadth of time in this industry, and we've seen a lot of great growth.
3 common threads there for me. 1, Greenville, South Carolina. I'm a big foodie. Greenville, South Carolina is amazing for food.
Yes.
Greenville Drive, right? The baseball team.
Yep.
For those of that you don't know, if you're a Boston Red Sox fan, they have a mini Green Mile.
We have the mini Green Giant.
Green Giant.
Mini Green Giant.
That's right. Yes. So now I'm going to get Boston fans hating on me for saying Green Mile.
And it's actually a scaled mini version of Fenway Park. We even have on the other side of the grandstands.
Yeah.
We have townhomes that were built that have the upper deck so you can sit on the outside just like you're at Fenway.
Oh, that's amazing. The other connection, Waunakee, Wisconsin connection. I know some people that live there. There's a great great brewery there. And then the third connection, I'm German.
There you go.
That's the face.
Go.
Welcome. And I appreciate you spending some time today. So quick, kind of diving into the show. Big energy has been my theme here this week. Does that sound or land right? We're day 3. I think we're starting to personally lose big energy right now. But what's the vibe coming off the floor here for you?
Yeah, I would agree with that. I know Monday was a rocking day. Very busy, a lot of foot traffic. For us, it's been kind of fun. We're literally right around the corner from you guys. I definitely noticed that the traffic coming through was a little stalled getting over to exactly where we were right off the beginning because people kind of find their way over to those first booths, those first meetings. But yesterday, I could not, for the life of me, find any opportunity to even breathe. We were so packed all around us. And for Nord Drive Systems, we also tried our first little happy hour. So we had a little social hour, and
that's why all of our people left.
Yeah, well,
4 o'clock.
They came over and grabbed a nice craft beer from Wisconsin. But no, I would agree with that one. This has been a very busy and a very powerful event so far. It has been a lot of really quality handshakes, a lot of quality meetings. Yeah. And from our side, from the component level, we've had a lot of really good conversations with not only the end users, but also with a lot of our value partners that are here at the show as well.
It's interesting, you mentioned having a beverage in the booth. That's something that the Europeans do a lot at their shows. It's kind of just natural. They start a lot earlier than we do.
Sure.
But that's something that's progressed or changed. I mean, 4 or 6 years ago, I don't remember that as prevalent as it is today. So that's kind of neat progression.
This is my actual first ProMat to be a part of.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, MODEX. Gosh, you can tell where my head went to last year right there. But
that's okay.
So this is my first MODEX to be a part of. But I am no stranger to being at trade shows. And even over the course of my career, of all the ones that I've been a part of, I have very rarely seen in-booth social hours. Usually it's been off-site or over in separate halls, but it's been kind of cool here to see how it's getting more casual when it comes to being able to have conversations with a little less stress when you've got something to help wet the whistle.
Yeah, no, for sure. State of the business. How first half of the year, not in the books, but almost kind of figured out. What did the first half look like for you? What do you anticipate?
say
second half looking like?
quarter one definitely went by fast, and it was aggressive, and it was really good for our business.
Great.
You know, when we get to the end of year planning and budget season, we're always trying to forecast on what we believe we need to hold in local inventory here in the US and really make sure we have that value add for our customer base. I think we did two things really well. One, we forecasted to make sure we had the right amount of product sent over from Germany so we could be faster at assembling to get our product out. But two, the business has been going very steady, and I think that not only will we break expectations, but we could exceed it pretty far.
Well, that's awesome. Tariffs impact you guys at all?
They do, but
Or let me rephrase that. Does it just create one more set of complications that you, like every other company here, has to figure out how we fight through it, right?
yeah, I think if anything from our seat, because most of our competition has to go through the same problems that we do with tariffs, I think it gave us an extra leg of conversation with our customer base.
Okay.
But we were able to really figure out the right path forward. One thing I'm proud of our company, we absorbed the bulk of that cost internally.
Oh, wow.
And Nord has been very proud to make sure that that mitigation level of what we've had to actually pass on to our customer base has been the lowest level possible.
Oh, that's impressive.
Yeah.
I mean, not everyone can say the same, right? I mean, it's a challenging market in many respects.
Well, in one way, Brian, we look at it also is that some companies are able to use it as an excuse to do a price increase.
Sure.
But from again, where we look at it when it comes to how we want to treat everybody, and especially our value partners and prospects for future business, we want them to see it categorized as a true line item of what it is so they can see where that implication comes from and not just seem like it's a year-over-year price increase that they're going to be getting.
Got it. No, that transparency speaks a lot. It speaks volumes. AI, what does AI look like for you or for your customer base?
Yeah, so it's an interesting question because we talk about AI a lot in our industry. At the component level, we really kind of take more of a back seat, and we're waiting to see where it's going to be an influencing factor where we can get involved in. Is it the way of where we're going? Absolutely. But we believe that it's really smart for us at the moment to pay attention to the trends, pay attention to who in the equipment side of the equation is using it more to create a more energy efficient product, a longevity throughput application to where Nord can then put our products into that equation. But really on the AI front, it's not that big of a relevancy to us yet because it's not something that we need to be as involved in.
Let's transition a little bit. We're going to talk about leadership, mentorship.
Sure.
It's an important part of this process and king-size conversations to really talk about and lean into how we all get where we are. Like
Absolutely.
The progression of our careers is an interesting one and a crazy journey. I was speaking with someone today, actually talking about how career path is never on that linear up. Matter of fact, very up, and it's like the stock market, but it progresses and moves. But if you're consistent, work hard, keep plugging along, good things happen for those that have grit and determination.
Absolutely.
Talk to me about a good mentor for you. What maybe the person, the traits that they brought, a little bit about mentorship for you.
Sure. If I look back over the course of my career, there was one individual that really stuck out to me, and his name was Douglas Rasmussen. He was involved in Honeywell for a long time. Sadly, he passed away quite some time ago, but I wasn't the role model student, I'll put it that way, when I was in college. And Doug was the first one that said that C students are usually the ones that become CEOs. They're the ones that figure out how to not just focus on the one thing and market themselves. And that one stuck with me because I didn't have the easiest path going through college because I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I was trying to find my way. I had that time frame where, did I even want to stay in college? I had my family always backing me and supporting me in whatever route that I wanted to. But whenever I heard that, it really changed my whole perspective that you don't have to be the person that everybody else wants you to be. And if you continue to buckle down and find out what you're passionate about, you will find your way. And that literally just always stuck with me. And I think about Doug in that regard quite often.
That's amazing. I mean, the similarities, like through my undergrad, I can remember having a conversation with my dad. He was a big mentor, a big influence on my life. And having a conversation with him, I had taken a semester off. I was building houses, making really good money, and I thought, well, shoot,
I found my way.
Why do I need to keep doing this grind? This is horrific. Why would I keep going forward? And he's like, where are you passionate about it? What do you really want to do?
Yeah.
And the encouragement to keep going, stay the course. Sometimes we all need that nudge, either formally or informally, and sometimes it comes from mentors, sometimes it comes from friends, sometimes it comes from your spouse.
And sometimes you don't know where it's going to come from.
True.
Yeah.
True.
I mean,
absolutely true.
I was laying mulch at Doug's house in the summertime.
Yeah.
Literally, he was trying to help me out by getting some extra money in my pocket. And he came out and said, you missed that spot right there. You missed that spot right there. And I was getting really upset about it. And he said, let's come inside. Let's have a glass of bourbon. Let's talk. And then that's where that conversation went from.
Now that's going to ask a question. What's your favorite bourbon?
Oh, boy. You know, we had this conversation last night. I am still...
Over bourbon?
Over bourbon,
All
yes,
right,
of course.
That makes sense, okay.
I am still a Weller Special Weeded Reserve Green Label. That's my table go-to. But lately, High West has really taken the top, and I'm a rye fan. I'll preface that right there. I am a rye fan. But,
it's important.
You know, I would say it this way. I don't like to discriminate on bourbon. I like them all. But if I'm really looking at it, it's probably going to be Weller.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. From being a mentor today,
Sure.
what does that mean when you're mentoring someone else? What type of energy do you get from that partnership? And I would say it's partnership if it's done effectively. What type of energy do you get out of that relationship?
Well, I think there's a couple ways to look at the energy that you get out of it based off of the energy that you receive. Luckily, I have had the privilege, and I say this from the bottom of my heart, the privilege of having Zach as my mentee.
Zach
Young with Steel. Okay, one of your employees right there. Yes. So when I engage in mentor programs, and I've done this a few times, I set the expectation, the tone at the beginning that if you're going to do this with me, we're going to do it. And we're going to have a hard set program. We're going to do it once a month. We're going to have a dedicated set time. We're going to blend in all aspects of business from my seat, and I'm in business development and sales, so I should preface with that side, and or whatever side that they come in. In this case, obviously, Zach was out of marketing with you guys.
Right.
The first thing that crosses your mind in that one is, okay, crap, I got somebody that's not in the same role that I'm in right here. But honestly, I live off of that energy right there because then it makes me have to work harder in the program to really sharpen and fine tune the program to find that overlap of where we can get synergy together. Marketing and sales, we talked about this numerous times in our program. We all think that we're the ones that lead the charge every single day.
Yep.
But the reality is that we cannot do the job without each other. But back on the energy portion of it, I put in the same amount of energy that I get from whoever I'm mentoring, and I match that. And the passion level behind it, when you find that right level of energy, really makes the program fun.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I mean, as you work the grind of your own job, I think mentorship has the opportunity to bring you back to the same footsteps, same path that you may have been on.
Absolutely.
And the opportunity not to make decisions, but to help maybe steer or give advice. Ultimately, the decisions are of someone's career journey is whether or not they choose to walk through that door of opportunity or not. But having someone as a coach, a counselor, I mean, if athletes can have coaches, why shouldn't we in business, right?
Exactly.
So, I mean, why shouldn't we in life?
And it's really fun also, Brian, to watch them grow.
Yeah, I 100% agree. To me, I'd be curious your take, but to me, the sign of knowing when you've done your job as a leader, whether it be of a mentor, of a corporation, a job, or whatever, is when you're not needed anymore.
Absolutely.
Not because in the sense that like they're doing all your work and you've proceeded to delegate everything away. But like, you've got a team that is capable, competent, and has a great attitude and is actually instilling, mentoring others on their own, right? So if they've grown up, they don't need you anymore. What's your take on being an effective leader?
You know, I've always looked at it this way, that everyone's going to walk their own path. They're going to find their own way. But if I can do one thing right and help shepherd them towards a solid path to walk on, then I did my due diligence and I did my job.
Perfect. Last question for you. What would you say to a college grad, a recent college grad, or someone that's a junior, senior? We just finished and wrapped up with Student Day. What would you say to them? Recommendations as getting into a new corporation, new company. Call it advice. Day one, year one. What would you say?
That is a great question right there, Brian. And I've thought on this one actually numerous times, if I could look in the mirror at myself back when I was in that exact same spot and in those shoes.
Yeah.
And I think one of the most important things that you need to continue to think about is continued education is the most important aspect of growth, not only personally, but in your career also. And I get it.
Never stop learning.
When you get out of high school, when you're getting ready to get out of college, what's the last thing you want to do? Keep doing more education. You think to yourself, I did it. I hit the pinnacle. I'm done. I don't need more education. That is absolutely wrong. You need to continue to better yourself every day by challenging yourself.
Well, even look at this industry, right? If you stayed static today, 2 years ago, what's in these booths? Yes, there's automation and robotics, but the material storage solutions are continuing to move and evolve and at a faster pace. So yeah, continuing education is great advice, sound advice. Scott Brown, thank you for coming in.
Yeah, Brian,
appreciate your time and great opportunity.
Appreciate it.
Have a great
show. You guys
show.
keep doing what you're doing.
All right, thanks.
Thank you.